Welcome to Love Them Knives channel. Got a little TwoSun action going on today. The TwoSun TS166. It's a design by Wong Den Xin, and you can see on here it says a Wong design. He's done a lot of designs for TwoSun knives. This one I really like. You know, it is symmetrical because on the back they're doing this kind of machining here like they are on the front. So it's not this nice contoured titanium with machining on one side and just flat nothing on the other side. No, it matches on both sides. You can see that you got contoured titanium scales, machined titanium pocket clip and back spacer. Good size knife. I like the design. Can it do some piercing? Maybe, but not a big champion in that regard. But slicing, yeah. Nice choil here for sharpening. It's D2 steel. We've tested the D2 on TwoSun knives, and yes, it's real D2. And yes, the Rockwell numbers have been good. And you can take a look at our spreadsheet. I leave the link to our test results spreadsheet down below, so you can click on that link. It'll take you to it, and just scroll down to TwoSun knives and take a look at the different results we have posted. And yes, and that's a pretty good solid lockup. That's 40% on that. Hardened steel insert, over travel stop, ceramic bearings, and ceramic detent ball. Okay, looks like they've started to do some D-shaped pivots here. Therefore, there's no access to the front, but a nice machined pivot here. In the back, yes, number 8. Number 8 screws here as well. Okay. Comfortable in the hand? Yes. Depending on the size of your hand, if your fingers are going to hit the humps or they're going to be in the grooves. Mine are in the grooves because I'm groovy. So there it is, like that. Whew. Good looking knife. Doesn't feel all that heavy. And let's see what the size is on this little sucker. 3 3/4, so 3.75 inch, 97 millimeters, 8.5 overall, and 21.5 centimeters long. So yes, it's a bit bigger than the Para 2, but not much, not much. And how about my Bestech Supersonic? Pretty close. Pretty close to that one too. And my Benchmade Freak. Really close to that size too, although it looks more slender. And this, interesting, let's take a look at this, see what we got here. 0.55. 14 millimeters and 3.5 millimeter blade stock, which is 0.14. Pretty cool. Like it a lot. You know, Wong Designs, I mean, he's got the 121, TS121, 124, 89, 81, 127, 123. I mean, on and on. And just for the hell of it, okay? So here's the 89. Right? Here's the 127. And here, my friends, is the 123 in M390. It's a slip joint. And yes, it's in M390, the copper and titanium. So you have some pretty nice knives, and this is just a small portion of the ones. My TS81 with the bone inserts is gone for a little bit of anodizing work with blades we love, and there you go. And this is like G10 carbon fiber with a Sandvik steel. So was the was the 124 and the 121 were both 12C27 Sandvik steel. So if you got D2 burnout, come on over to TwoSun, see what you can find, because there are a lot of Sandvik and M390 and also some S90V knives like my buddy Tepe Designs with the Dynamo. This is S90V. So There's all kinds of materials being used by TwoSun. It's not just the D2 show anymore. But this is a pretty good size knife. Let's see if it'll cut anything. We got any paper anywhere? We got some, a little bit. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, that's plenty sharp. Plenty sharp out of the box. Looks good, nice satin grind. Fit and finish are great on these knives. Got jimping on top of the blade here. Pass-through is easy to disengage. You can see the hardened steel liner in here, but we'll pull it apart, take a look. Why not? And we've got jimping on the flipper tab, which is very intuitive, easy to get to. There you've defeated the detent ball at that point, and you're headed home free. Right there. Nice little drop, centered up, no blade play, no lock rock. Solid in the hand. Let me see if I can talk about the detent. You know, the good thing here is that you can finger flick it out because you can use this cutaway to do that. And that speaks also to the fact that the detent is not real strong. Okay. Yeah, and it's under a 5 for a detent. Wow, can't do it that way. Let's try it this way. Okay, yes. Let's call it close to a 5. It's appropriate detent. I wouldn't want it any stronger, really, because then, I mean, it just kicks right out. Nice ceramic bearings. You don't have to go to a lot of trouble, but yes, you can fail it. But I can fail almost every knife. Flipper knife. There you go. Nice. And, you know, kicks right open. Not a snappy flipper. More the swinging gait, I'd say. It kind of going to get out there. But if the detent was stronger, it'd be snappy. But then you might have more difficulty kicking it open with the middle finger because this is not way up here. This is a little bit more difficult to get your finger engaged in this cutaway here. But yes, you can do it because it is relaxed enough. Yeah, I like the ergos. Reverse grip, yeah, that feels comfortable too. And no, the pocket clip's not getting in my way. And yes, I have carried it. And yes, it goes in and out of my pocket nicely. I mean, there's some machined pocket clips that, that are tough. But this is not one of those. Really nice, good looking knife. Not overly fat. The blade stock's not overly fat, 3.5 millimeter, not bad there. Pretty classy looking knife, and it's been, you know, weight reduced on the inside of the scales. So let's throw it on the scale. See what we got for grams. So 107 grams. That's not much for a 3.5 for a 8.5 inch overall knife. 3.77 ounces. That's pretty light. That's pretty light. That's lighter than the Paramilitary 2. Okay, it's lighter weight, just by a skosh, but still, wow. Yeah, that's still significant. So yes, this feels fairly light. Let's see where the balance is. Right there. Okay, check it out again. Nice machine pocket clip. Backspacer wraps around here. Take a look at our blade, and brother, I think we're using all we can use. I'm touching my finger. I'm touching my finger all the way down there. If I really wanted to press hard against this, I could, yes, I could feel the tip of that blade. So we used it all. We used it all. Nothing coming up here that's going to cut you. That's far enough away. Right there. Those are always things you got to think about. I always like getting, you know, a backspacer even longer in many cases, just to keep that blade away from your hands when you're handling the knife, because some of them can get kind of close. So yeah. Nice. And here we go, right? All number 8s here, I believe. They've been doing this on their knives. Yeah, that's a number 8. And we're going to push it out the other side. Alrighty then. Should that be easy to stabilize on that side? Yeah, not a problem. Okay. We'll just tap it out that way. And yeah, this is easy breezy as well. These are really easy to disassemble. Look at it, it's popping apart already. And I'm going to pull this blade away. There you go. So this will just roll right out of here. And we've got some locator pins here. That's why we can't twist it as we're pulling. So there we go. We're locating here and here with the screw that comes through here. And it's weight relieved, as you can see, all the way through. And this is the lock bar side. With hardened steel insert, over travel stop, ceramic detamp ball, and of course, with this little steel washer, which I can pop out for you. Just like that. That cradles the bearings. No problem there. Ceramic bearings here. You can see they're doing a little detent, a little ramp for your detent ball, which is really thoughtful and nice. And of course, here's our bearings. And on the other side, our bearings are here up against that pivot. But yeah, pretty clean. And here's our pivot. And no, they did a D-shaped pivot on the Vortex that I reviewed, and this pivot design is exactly the same, except there's no D shape on the pivot. Wow, strange. Okay. So they neglected to do that on this, so I would say try and make sure you don't Loctite anything down too solid, because that's round pivot and it could definitely there you go. Then it could definitely spin the pivot on you. And there's the other washer. The presentation side is pretty much weight relieved pretty heavily as well as the lock bar side. So that's why this thing is as light as it is. All right, put the pivot tube back on here. Got bearings. We've got blade with internal stop. We've got backspacer with locator pins. That kicks right there. This one right into here. And there we go with that. We need bearings again. We need the top side of this, and we're done. And that should lock her down right there. Put this screw back on. And we've got that screw that came through there. Okay, come on. There we go. Pulled it all together. And are we centered? Yes, we are. Let's see if we got any blade play. Nope. So we're good. Looks like we're done and we're in pretty good shape here. Yeah. Easy to take apart. Just got that screw and this screw. That's it. You can pull it apart, get to everything. Nice action. Nice feel in the hand. I like the size of it. It's a full-size carry, yet really light. The TS166, elegant boxes too. In D2 by my buddy Wong. Thank you so much. We love them knives, and you guys stay sharp.